To slave or to be enslaved? That is the question. Now, that title is meant to offend some people or catch you off guard or make some people feel some type of way. But what I'm talking about is modern day slavery. Now, I know a lot of people are going to mistake that with working a 9-to-5, which I fully respect. I have no problems with working a 9-to-5, although it is its own form of modern day slavery, if you know, you know. But that is a topic for another video. What I'm talking about is social media, right? Everybody's on the internet. Everybody's on social media scrolling, right, mindlessly throughout the whole day, watching hours upon hours of content. And those are the ones who are enslaved, which is the majority, like around 90% of people, right? Now, there is that 10% that's actually creating the content. And those are the ones that are enslaving others. I know that sounds kind of harsh, but it's the reality that we live in. Everybody is so stuck on their phone and so lost, scrolling mindlessly for hours without even realizing it. And honestly, I was one of those people until one day I made that switch and said, I'm not going to be enslaved, I'm going to enslave others. I know that sounds kind of harsh, but that's just what it is. Those that are creating content are getting money from that content. And the ones that are just scrolling mindlessly, they're wasting their time. Now, I remember back in 2020 when quarantine started, that's when a lot of people got online and started posting a lot of videos. Those people were smart because they got in early when TikTok was barely starting. And all those TikTokers that started early, like Dixie D'Amelio, Charlie D'Amelio, Addison Rae, Bryce Hall, and a bunch of others, those that started creating content are now millionaires and live freely. And that's because they started. Now, I know that the hard part is starting, right? I was there. I was one of those people constantly worried about being criticized or being called cringe or being called a loser or whatever it may be. I know because I went through the same phase, but believe me. But it comes to a point where you get sick and tired of your own habits of just scrolling mindlessly online, and then you start making those changes. And there's a lot of people who I got in contact with last year who are doing the same, who have started to post content. And now they went viral, now they're making videos, they don't have to work a 9-to-5, and honestly, neither do I. But it's not because of content, it's because I also trade, right? But content also helped me. I had my little influencer era back in 2021. That's when I started posting on TikTok every single day. And I was posting these skits, right? Funny skits. Me wearing a ski mask, and I was doing these funny robbery skits or just saying outlandish things. And it was going really good. I was getting videos that were getting millions of views, hundreds of thousands of views. My followers were going up like crazy. I had accumulated around 50,000 followers in less than a month, just posting dumb, funny videos. But I didn't want to be known as that, right? I don't want to be known as a TikToker who just makes stupid content or puts on a ski mask and does this whole, you know, this whole character. So I stopped posting, I started work, started going into acting, started doing modeling eventually, right? I have all of that on my Instagram, you can go and check it out. But I also got in contact and started networking with these other influencers. And that's where I met my boy, Justin Figs. If you're watching this, shout out to Justin Figs. He did a lot for me, and hopefully I can repay that one day. But I met him, and then I planned to move to Bali with him, which is where I am right now, back in 2022, and we made that happen, right? We were strictly here for content creation. Everything was going great, and then we got robbed. Everything went to shit. So I went back home, focused on acting again, got more into modeling. And then last year in 2024, that's where I said, I had enough. I started a post every single day. I started in the middle of the year around June. I think it was June 1st when I started. I posted every single day, 3 times a day for 4 months straight with little to no views. Now let me tell you, this content creation game is not easy, okay? I know it may seem easy, but trust me, it's not as easy as people think. And a lot of people fail because they do not see the results that they want to see straight away. Now, like I said, I posted 3 times a day for 4 months straight with no results whatsoever. But I knew these 3 things. I knew that with consistency, discipline, and patience, it was going to eventually pay off. And it did. When I first started posting back in June, it was strictly motivational content, right? It was me getting up at 4 in the morning every single day, despite how I felt, despite the attention that I was lacking. I wasn't getting any views, but I still posted these motivational videos talking about discipline, consistency, and patience. That is all that I preached about. And I said that one day I'm going to look back and thank my older self for starting. And eventually, it did pay off. I had one of my videos hit 1 million views on TikTok. I finally, after 4 or 5 months, I finally got monetized on TikTok. And that one video completely changed my life. At the time I was going through a transition. I was transitioning more from motivational content to more crypto content, because when I started back in June posting these videos, I also started working on investing and trading behind the scenes. Nobody knew about that. But with content creation and learning trading and learning investing in crypto, that completely changed my life. Now I'm living overseas with my day one and my girlfriend. I wake up at whatever time I want. I go to the gym, create content, trade. I do whatever I want, whenever I want. That's why social media is so powerful, and the internet in general. But it wasn't easy. It took me over 5 months to finally get the results that I was looking for. A lot of people would have gave up after the first month, after the second month, after the third month, even after the fourth month. Honest, I did want to quit, right? That's a feeling that everybody feels. It's universal. Once you're going through whatever journey that you're going through, you're going to have doubt. You're going to have your moments where you want to quit. But to those that stay strong and those that stay consistent and disciplined, those are the ones that eventually win in the end. Take me for example. I only speak through my experiences, and I am very transparent with everything that I do. Just go check out my Instagram. I post everything, the whole process, the whole journey, everything is on my Instagram. But I was able to make money off social media, which is why I'm here. And I know a lot of other people who are also doing the same exact thing. Shout out Tony. I know he's getting a lot of views on TikTok, and he's now monetized, and he's making a lot of money from simply posting. Now, you have 2 options. The year has barely began. Yes, we're already in the 3rd month of the year. But if you want to make things happen, you need to start now. Last year, when I started posting around June, I told myself it's mid-year, I'm going to start now, and eventually it's all going to pay off. It didn't matter that it was in the middle of the year. It's never too late to start. But every single day that you delay that start, you are delaying your success. So at some point, you're gonna have to make a decision whether you wanna start now or you wanna keep delaying it. Because it doesn't matter how long it's going to take. Everybody's journey is different. Somebody might become successful on social media within a month. Somebody might make it in 6 months, maybe in a year. Everybody is different. But let's just say that it's going to take you 1 year. 1 year to see the results that you want to see with social media. If I tell you that it's going to take 1 year and you say, no, it's going to take too long, I don't want to start. Regardless of what happens, the time is going to pass. And when that year comes, 2 things are going to happen. You're either going to be glad that you started when you did, or you're going to have regrets. And that's a lot of people, unfortunately. They have regrets. Now back to the start of the video. You either slave or you be enslaved. The answer is up to you. But I know that I'm glad that I started. And I hope that a lot of you get inspired to start as well. For 1.5 years, I started that grind. Waking up at 4 in the morning, regardless of how I felt. And I stayed consistent. Every weekday, waking up at 4 in the morning for 1.5 years straight. Wondering if it was ever going to pay off, having my doubts, wanting to quit because it was heavy and it was hard. It's not easy. Becoming successful is not easy. I'm not gonna be like one of these gurus or one of these Andrew Tate clones that tell you have to do exactly this, and that, and you need to walk a certain way, or you need to be this fucking alpha. No. What I will tell you is waking up at 4 in the morning, creating a routine that works for me, working out at least 5 days a week, and staying consistent, disciplined, and being patient all changed my life. I know it may sound corny or I'm sounding really redundant because a lot of people do say this, But I'm gonna be the first to tell you, you don't have to wake up at 4 in the morning every single day. You don't have to work out 5 times a week. You don't have to stop playing video games. You don't have to stop doing what you love in order to chase this certain dream. But what I am going to tell you is that it definitely helps. And with time, you're going to see the results that you've been waiting for. You need to be able to give up that instant dopamine hit if you want those long-term goals to eventually hit. And I'm living proof. I never went out. I never went out on the weekdays. Whenever my friends invited me out, I never went out. I hardly even saw my girlfriend on the weekdays because of how locked in I was with the starting goal that I was going for. I didn't club. I didn't go partying. Every weekday I was locked in inside my room, creating, brainstorming, finding different ways, trying to see what I can do to better myself or how to get out of the rat race. After 3 years, I finally made it happen. So if you ask me, was it worth it? Yeah, it was. And when you start your journey, you're going to be really, really glad you did. And like I said, with consistency and discipline, you will get the views that you're looking for. Now, I'm not saying you need to make content in order to be successful, but what I am saying is, if you want to create content, this is your sign to do so. Whatever it is that you want to create, go and make it happen. Because I'll tell you this, a year is going to pass regardless. And like I said, you're either going to regret not starting, or you're going to be glad that you did. Make that choice and make it happen for you, for your people. You have a lot of work to do, and so do I. Get to it, lock in, and stay focused. I believe in you. Let's go.